Good evening, everybody. Lundlubber here, and we're bringing you yet another Vault video for The War Within Season 2. We didn't do too many different characters this week. We mainly just did the Paladin and the Warlock. We ended up getting 3K last week, which is super awesome. Got it on the Warlock before I got it on the Paladin, which was a little surprising to me, but we'll take what we can get, right? So what we're going to hit vault-wise first is going to be the Paladin. We're in a protection loot spec. We should have two myth vaults available for this guy. Not going to count on anything being too insane, right? Myth helmet, we already have a myth helmet with a socket. Myth bracers, we use crafted bracers, but they're not statted at all, so we could just take those myth bracers and they would upgrade a little bit more. Or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the tokens on this guy, because bracers are one of the lowest stat items. Take the tokens and get kind of built up. We did get a Cinder Brew on that guy, and that should put us back at 4 tokens because we spent them last week. So Paladin doesn't have too much to offer. The Warlock, however, we did a lot of keys on last week. We started pushing into the 14 realm, right, with a group. We did, I want to say 2, maybe 3 14s. And then I went through, finished the rest of them, got my Resilient 12s and everything like that. A little late to the party. Item level still not where I want to see it, but hopefully this vault helps get one of those tier pieces into that myth realm that we're looking for. So we're in destruction loot spec, and we'll open this bad boy up. All right, doesn't look bad. So we've got myth pants that we would likely just turn into tier pants. We've got myth chest. We already have a myth chest, so we're not going to worry about that. Myth cloak, which is just raw verse. We have a better cloak, so we're not going to worry about that. The pants are going to be the one. We're going to probably tier those and be good to go with a myth pair of pants. That's not bad. And so then what I would also like to talk a little bit about this week is kind of the events that we've got going on, right? So if I remember right, we've got quite a few different things that we can do. So bonus event for delves, we're going to start that, because I think on top of that, I want to say, yep, overcharge delves right there. So you can see that 2 of these delves here are now overcharged. So they're bountiful and overcharged. So that means that this week we can start getting the new belt, right? So when we start this quest, we'll be able to start getting the belt. So there's overcharged delves to do. The Dastardly Duos has another tier of upgrades. I should be able to get Horrific Visions, 8 Masked in Stormwind, and then I'll just have to keep running that for the mementos to start getting more stuff. But we've got quite a bit that we can do this week, right? Not terribly worried, so we did 2 14s last week, right? And 13 and a bunch of 12s. So not too worried about pushing too much higher IO on the Warlock, realistically. I wouldn't be opposed to it, but the main focus ultimately is going to be kind of catching up on some of this new week stuff. We can get another cartel chip. We're a week away from being able to get the last one, I believe. But yeah, we've got tons of stuff, tons of new cosmetics, tons of new quest lines, mounts, all sorts of stuff. And I want to say that Turbulent Timeways starts again today as well. Yep, so Turbulent Timeways, which should mean that we can get Master of the Turbulent Timeways 3 and get the Chrono Corsair mount, so the super cool Infinite Pirate Dragon that you hear us quoting all the time while I'm streaming. But there's definitely a lot to do this week, and so I'm excited to be able to stream later today and show you guys what's going on. But that's about all that we've got for you for the Vault video today. I appreciate you guys stopping in. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and then we'll see you guys later today when I go live, and we'll get some hands-on with some of this new stuff and kind of see how fun it is, get this new belt. Thankfully, I didn't craft a belt last week on this guy. That was an option, but not worried about that, because now we can get this belt that gets upgraded all the way up to, I think, to 701 is the upper limit on the item levels for that. So pretty cool stuff, but thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys later tonight.